So it's great to be back in Durham. The construction company that I co-founded several years ago has been appointed to refurbish a number of the lecture theatres in the geography department. So I thought it would be interesting to come across and see what they were doing and maybe do some snagging, make sure they were working to good standards. I was a student down at Hillbead, started off as a physical geographer in the geography department, and then became more interested in the human, political, economic side of things. Undergraduate 91 to 94, I recall doing my undergraduate dissertation on the geography of student accommodation, and that dissertation proved fundamental in me setting up my business, which is why I always think it's quite relevant. Good memories of the geography department, great times, very happy times, very interesting, great, always very glad I did a geography degree. I think it was interesting and relevant enough for me to gain experience to go on into business and into professions, but equally it was the subject area was broad enough for me to remain open-minded. So I often have this discussion with peers and colleagues who maybe did more vocational degrees, which prepared them for professional life. And I often think that my time studying geography at Durham prepared me very well, because I didn't just learn some skills, but it kept I think it opened my mind as well to what was geography all around the world really. So that dissertation doubled up as a business plan, and I took it to Northern Rock in the day. I had £2,000 inheritance from my grandmother, and with that business plan I was able to borrow sufficient money to buy my first property in Boburn, so a little mining village outside of Durham. So part inspiration, but part the dissertation was an essential part of me founding what is now a property development, construction, property management business with around 300 employees.
It's always good to see alumni back in the department. There's about 7,000 alumni from the department over its entire history, and it's always great having a variety of them come through the building and hear absolutely amazing stories of what they've done. And in many ways, Ian sort of, as a local boy, coming through here, travelling the world, coming back, it's a fantastic story. We pride ourselves on having world-class teaching facilities, and we've had teaching labs rebuilt in the last decade with state-of-the-art facilities, and this brings the general teaching rooms up to that standard with the latest audio-visual facilities, the latest digital media, and the latest interactive features. I think the stories of how far graduates from this department have travelled, both literally and in career terms, are always interesting. Lots of our students go to workshops where alumni present, and it's quite clear they take a lot of inspiration about the width, the breadth, the diversity of careers that are possible for them.